Hi everyone, this is Karen. There's going to be an update to Design Space. There's no official date yet, but it's planned for September. What's most exciting in this is that you're going to be able to import and add patterns to your images. That can be images or fonts. What I'm going to do in this first video is I'm going to walk you through the interface and show you what looks new and what works differently now. You can see right away that the grid lines are displayed by default. If you want to turn them off, just click this little box in the upper left corner. It toggles the grid, so it turns it on and off. Another thing that's new, I'm going to insert an image. Okay, so I've got this image on the screen now. If I click over here on the layers panel, there's a new button up here, information. When you click the information button, it will tell you information about the image. It gives you the image number, the name, and what it's from, days and dates over here. Let's choose something else. Let's go and look for a cartridge. I'm going to just choose 3 birds on a parade here. I'm going to click this image. And let's choose this one, insert it onto my screen. When I click on this layer, you'll see that the information button is displayed. When I click it, you now see the name of the image, the number, and the cartridge that it's from. So this is something we've been waiting for a long time, and it's wonderful to have this. The other thing that's really cool is, let's say if I ungroup this image, so I've got all separate pieces. Look what's happening in the layers panel. As I click, it's selected by default. You want to see that again? I'm going to click this darker blue wing, and look over here, it has been selected. So next I'm going to click this black body part. It moves right down there. So whatever you click on your screen over here on the left side is selected by default in the layers panel. I really love that feature. I'm going to get rid of these, and I'm going to show you what we're really excited about. Patterns. I'm going to add some text. I'm going to type in the word pattern. And I have this set up in impact font because it's a nice thick chunky font and the pattern detail will be very visible. So make that nice and large. And then I'm going to click on the layers panel. I'm going to click my text, and then I'm going to click the print icon, and you see something new here now. Here's colors, which is what you had before, but now you also have patterns. So if I click patterns, there's a warning if you have text on your screen telling you that you need to change anything you want to type, the spelling or the actual words, before you apply patterns, because once you do, your text will be changed into a graphic object or an image. So I'm fine with that. I understand that. The word is the way I want it, and I'm going to click continue. There are a number of patterns already here, but I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose this fun summary looking pattern. I'm going to show you all the different things that you can do with this now. You can edit the pattern. You can change the scale. Right now it's at 100%. So as you either adjust by typing in a value, clicking the up and down arrows, or sliding the slider over here, you can adjust the size of the pattern within your text or your image. Turn it down to 35%, and I'm going to show you that you can now pan your pattern so that you can choose exactly how you want it to display on your image. If I increase the horizontal panning, you'll see that it's moving over horizontally. I can also change the vertical panning, and that moves the pattern up or down on your image. You can rotate the pattern. Notice how it's starting to slant now. So to upload a pattern, I'm going to click Upload Images. And you see now that you have two choices, but they've changed. You now have image over here and pattern fill on the right. You're just going to click image for any type of image, whether it's a JPEG or a BMP file or a vector image, and it tells you right here. Whether you have a bitmap or a vector image, you click Upload Image and that's it. To upload a pattern, click the Upload Pattern icon. And in the same way that you used to do for uploading images, browse for your pattern. This will be very obvious, so this is what I'm going to bring in. It shows me the pattern on the screen. This is the name for this particular paper, and I can choose themes and styles, and these are fantastic for then being able to find all of your patterns of the same theme or style. So this is a floral. Let's see what else we've got here. I can choose love, I can choose nature, I can choose summer, I can choose sophisticated, and that's good. I'm going to save. It's going to take a moment to upload. And once it's done, I'm just going to click off Upload Images. I'm going to go back into my patterns. I'm going to click Filter, and I can now search by my patterns. So I've got several of them here, and you can see the one I just uploaded is here. So I can apply this now to my text. And I can go back in here. So you see I can adjust my scaling whatever way I like. I can pan horizontally and vertically to place the pattern exactly where I want it on my letters. I can rotate, I can mirror up and down, left and right, and I can clear all of those adjustments as well. I can look in collections and I can see everything that is defined as a floral or stripes. This is something that I had uploaded earlier while testing. This is from a Christmas paper. So I'm going to now choose an image, something a little bit more complex. I'm going to choose this little Halloween spider. I'm going to insert this and I'm going to apply. So I want to apply pattern to the hat. I'm going to click Print Patterns, and I'm going to clear my filters because I don't want to use what was there. I want to use the zebra stripe for the hat. I just want to make it a little bit smaller. So you see you can create some really cute effects. I'm going to come over here and insert a couple of images. I'm going to use a circle and a square. I'm going to keep the square the same color, but I'm going to apply a pattern to my circle. So I'm going to click the circle over here, print, and then patterns. I'm going to apply the zebra print. So I now want to cut this circle out of this square. So I'm going to drag my circle over to here. I'm going to arrange it and move it to the front. Going to select all of this, and I'm going to align to the center vertically and horizontally, and then I'm going to click Slice. So the slice function now adds an additional layer so that it preserves the color and the pattern of the overlapping images. As you can see, it has not removed the pattern in my circle. I'm going to bring in another image. I'm going to bring in something with quite a few layers. This little penguin. And as you saw earlier, I was able to change a layer of an image without ungrouping first. So same here. I'm in my layers panel and I've got all of my parts to this image. I want to change something about this portion, you can see that it's highlighted over here in turquoise. I can change the color of this to whatever I want, and I haven't ungrouped the image. I can click the print icon, I can come into patterns, and I can choose a pattern to apply to that part of the image, and I still haven't ungrouped. So now let's say I do ungroup. I'm going to choose my image, I'm going to ungroup, and you see that they're all displayed individually now. And again, as I go to a different part of the image, as I choose a different layer, it's automatically selected over here in the layers panel. Okay, so I'm going to insert one more image. I'm going to bring in, let's say, the little Halloween spider again. I'm going to bring this one over here. So now this is ungrouped. I've got all these different parts to it. So I can now press the shift button and choose multiple pieces. It's easy to move them where I want them on the screen. I can move them completely out of the way so that I can focus on working on this piece over here. I'm going to insert yet another image. Going to choose this butterfly. And I'm going to apply a pattern to this portion. Now when you click go and you want to print this, you'll see that you have multiple pages for the different colors, of course, and now there's a pattern as well. Due to having to manage all of this information, you now need to choose each page that you want to print individually in a print and cut. And you're going to see that because I've applied a layer to this portion of my image, it has been turned into a print and cut because you want to print the pattern. The rest of the pieces can just be cut from your cardstock. Okay, so before ending this video, I'm going to go back to uploading images, and I'm going to show you what happens when you click upload image and I browse. I'm going to choose a pennant here, which is a PNG file. So vector and basic images are determined based on the file type. So this is a PNG, so this is a basic image upload, and I can click simple image, continue. I'll click preview so that I can see where my cut lines are, and you can see that the gray area is what will be cut, and I can continue. It shows me a preview. And this one is distorted because it's in a square, but don't forget that we're also still looking at the beta preview. And I can choose either as a cut file, a cut image, which is just going to cut out the shape. It's not going to cut out any of the pattern that's in the pennant, or I can save it as a print and cut image. So I'm going to choose that. The name is already here. I can add tags, and I'm just going to click save. Now I'm going to upload a vector image in SVG format, and I'm going to bring in this one right here. It says amazing, and you can see there's a preview here of my SVG file, and the type has been determined by the program because of what file type it is. I'm going to click save, and you can see this has now been imported. It has been uploaded. I'm going to insert my image, and of course I can apply a pattern. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm in the layers panel. I'm going to choose the word. Okay, it has brought it in two pieces. So I'm going to weld that first, so it's one piece. Then I'm going to come up here and choose print and patterns. and I can assign one of Heidi Swap's patterns to it. So you can see the pattern in the text there. I'm going to choose another pattern just to make it a little bit more obvious. You can keep choosing different patterns until you like what you have. Another thing you can do is upload photos. I'm going to click Upload Images, but I'm going to choose Upload Pattern. I'm going to browse for my image, which is in my pictures, and I'm going to use a picture of my cat, who isn't with us anymore, hasn't been for a long time. The one that I had thought about was this one. I'll open it. I'm going to choose the Animals and Wildlife theme, and I'll click Save. So now I'm going to insert a shape. I'm going to use a heart. Go into my Layers panel. I'm going to click the heart, click Print, and then Patterns. Here's my picture, and you can see that I can put that inside the heart. So it's repeating here. So what I could do is click the Edit button, and I'll increase the scale so that you only see the image one time. See at the bottom here it was repeating because of the size. So you can just drag it until it's one piece. And of course I can pan it horizontally or vertically, and this is where this really comes in handy. So as I move it, I can center my picture or move it exactly where I want it within the heart. So that's where that's really useful. And also I can pan vertically so that I can bring it down a little bit, and you really, whoops, that's where the top of the picture comes in again. So that's where I would want it. So I hope all of this has been helpful to you, and I'm sure you're going to be excited to have all of these wonderful new features in Design Space. We don't have a date yet, and as soon as we do, you know we will be telling you. My next video will be on finding patterns that you can upload. There are tons of free patterns available, and you can also purchase patterns. Thanks so much for watching.